Live from the ninth circle of hell inside the Cathedral of the Damned
So the post office.
in beautiful downtown Auburn, California. It's Cocktails with Heather, starring Heather Diane.
What?
Papaya Smiling Moose. And me, Mike Sullivan. On tonight's show, we talk about daddy issues, snuff films, because it was
Good.
brought it up in the last
Like
show.
8mm?
No.
Anything.
And our fetish today, Weeaboo. What is a weeaboo? Weaboot to find out. That's what it is. Plus a little of this.
Terrible, not terrible.
A little of that. Little Miss Heather. And our drink of the day is called the Creamin Demon.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I haven't come yet.
Let the shenanigans begin.
Woo.
From the ninth circle of hell.
So I have many circles of hell. I have many circles of hell, and I appreciate your Satan voice. But
No,
I have,
no, you
I have,
don't.
I have
It's-
three in
it's for
particular that hit me, and one is the post office.
Yeah.
Anytime you have to go in and buy stamps, Department of Motor Vehicles in California.
The bank.
Yeah, no,
No, I
the
never had a problem with
pharmacy.
the bank.
The pharmacy. Anytime you have to go to the pharmacy. So those are my three circles of hell. And people know that when I have to go there, all things are bad.
Working layaway at Walmart.
That could also be a circle of hell.
When,
Yes.
Especially when the managers don't talk to each other and say, these are the expectations that I have for my workers coming to work back here because we're supposed to be doing this. And you need to not talk to my workers.
What is the most standout item that you've ever seen put on layaway?
Yes. Great question.
And the cheapest. What is the cheapest?
Well, generally the cheapest is it has to be $10 or more. I mean,
That's
it
good.
can't
I'm,
be.
glad,
Oh, okay.
I'm glad they got a limit. I want to
okay.
put a stick of gum.
Yeah, I've seen
Chicken.
people
Box
try
of
to fucking
condoms
do
on
that.
Hold
like
that chicken
food.
for me, man.
Yeah. And by $10, I mean it has to be $10. It can't be $9.99.
Yeah, no rollbacks.
You probably have a lot of rejected items.
Yes.
The 1099 rule.
Yeah, people trying to put fucking rolls of carpet or
I like to put this one
the
car battery.
$39 grill.
Can you put this Cavassier on layaway?
No.
One case of beer.
What about some Henny?
The most impressive one was, and this sounds stupid, but because there was a limited edition Lego Millennium Falcon,
Ooh,
someone had put that on layaway.
like $250, I bet.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
fucking expensive. And then it was promptly lost.
How does the Lego company not own the world by how expensive their Legos are, and they sell them like crazy?
I don't know. I don't know.
You know what? I love it for this.
It's because they're out of Sweden or Norway or whatever.
I specifically remember when I was probably like 17, 18 years of age, putting a set of pots and pans on layaway, and they were probably like $50 or
Yeah.
something like that. But I had to put them on layaway because that was the reality at the time. And now, like, I look at like layaway now, and people are taking shit like that, like, oh, I'd like to put this Millennium Falcon on layaway. And it's like, you son of a bitch, you're not hurting that bad. If you
Well, I can understand why they do it. Most of the people that do it so that they don't have to deal with shopping
yeah,
at the last minute, and then they can come in and pay it off, and then their kids don't rifle through all the shit.
yeah.
They just want it to be a surprise. So if they had offered like gift wrapping for layaway, that'd be even a bigger bonus. But
That would, but they do not.
thankfully,
You would have to gift wrap.
I suck at gift wrapping.
Yeah, those are so
Here's your gift.
pharmacy, DMV, and the post office.
Yeah.
If you have to go inside to do something, those are my three circles of hell.
Working in the frozen food section of any place.
Maybe it's still.
No.
I
That's
want to counteract the pharmacy.
that's
with
a
any of
living
this.
hell.
They never have your shit ready. They don't
Explain.
ever have exactly what you need. They have a different generic. Your insurance won't process.
You have to
always a
be in the
fucking
freezer at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Summer, spring, fall,
And then he ends it with,
winter, and in here when it gets cold out, it's just not. It doesn't get cold. It's just a fucking biting wind that's blowing, and then you got to work in the freezer putting milk and shit away. Fuck that. It's fine during the summer for like 20 minutes.
yeah.
Then fuck that as
I
well.
thought you were gonna say like when you're on the outside putting stuff in the freezer,
That
like
too.
stocking,
It
and then
could
people
suck
are
it.
constantly coming by, opening it, and then fogging up the glass and shit. And
not too much, but
I think you guys
working
are
in the freezer section.
all forgetting my story about the guy who wanted to go through each set of stamps.
yes.
Post office.
No.
that I
I'm
told previously here.
like post office is like number one.
yeah, there's some weirdos, right? They go through the post office, right?
God, it's so awful.
Storage.
Storage could be another one. It could be another one. If you get stuck dealing with those people, a lot of times
Signing
I go
for
to
a
my storage and I don't deal with
signing
it.
for a storage contract. That is one of the circles of hell. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, free first month is free, but we got this little fee here and this little fee here. Oh wait, we forgot about this fee.
Now you
No,
sound
see,
like Marty Moose.
I don't,
And
I
it's
don't,
annoying.
I don't know where you're going to fucking get your
papaya smiling
storage,
moose.
but
You get, and then you have this stack of papers, and you go, I just want to put my shit in a fucking container. Can we just move on with this?
I don't know where you're putting your storage stuff in. You know, your stuff
Apparently
in
a
storage.
shitty place.
Yeah,
Apparently
because
he's putting them in at the pharmacy.
I don't know. It's one of the ones that's colored like U-Haul. I don't fucking know the name of it.
I've never had that problem with storage.
He's putting them in
It's
at the
usually like,
pharmacy
I need a
or
storage.
the post office.
I need a storage. I need
need
a place to store my shit.
I need a place to store my shit in this box.
Okay,
This post office box.
It's
and I need
$100 a month.
3 books of stamps.
Here,
Yeah, well, that you know what? Maybe up here in sunny Auburn, California, the people haven't become greedy assholes yet. But down in Sacramento,
most of the storage places I've dealt with are like it's $100 a month.
everything has another fee, another fee, another fee. And next
So
thing
can
you know,
we talk about how up here it's like as hot as the 7th circle of hell all of a sudden?
Yeah, it's like no, it's not even fucking hot. It's humid. It's humid as shit out.
like I
Humid.
said,
It's not the heat, it's the humidity.
But yeah, before I got on the
Fucking
mic,
thunderstorms
said
yesterday?
I walked like 3 miles in downtown Sacramento today, and it was like God, what's the
Steamy.
Yeah, it was
Steamy.
Oh,
Moist.
that's because
Why
I was.
am I so hot?
Dare I say it's moist?
Ugh.
the
moist.
Still, I feel like the inside of a fat man's thigh.
You ever
Well-
felt not so fresh?
We
No.
did have some thunderstorms, which is fantastic. The thing that gets me about our climate, and I'm not one to bitch about the heat. I'd rather have that than being rained on.
Boy, it's so humid.
However, we never get anything in between. It's like we're 56 or we're
Ira.
fucking 96. There's nothing in between. And we get no buffer. There's no adjustment
Yeah.
period. It's just like, bam, you're fucking hot.
It's 46 degrees, and the next day 110.
Yeah, I'm wearing a sweatshirt or I'm dying.
Fucking
There's
Alderaan.
No.
Right when
Yeah.
the fucking laser hits.
Yes. That's the only difference we have. So I'm
I think
sweating
I'm
to the-
near magma.
I'm definitely sweating to the oldies today because of our temperatures, but I'm sure it'll get worse. Hopefully, I'll just get used to it.
I have recently talked to 2 separate people that moved from Arizona, and they both said that it is not a dry heat near the major cities anymore. There is a lot of humidity there because of all the property that they built there, like lawns and other things.
They're
that there's
watering their lawns.
Yeah, there's so much moisture out there now.
How long has it been since you've been to Arizona?
I've never been to Arizona.
You've never been?
I
pretty
just
dry.
heard.
Don't listen to any of those people.
I've just heard that a lot of people move people that have breathing conditions. They move there because of how dry the elevation and how dry the.
About 13
air.
years ago, it was still pretty fucking dry. But that was 13 years
I'm
ago.
just saying, I have 2 in the span of a week. I heard it from 2 separate people that it is now. There's a lot of humidity near the major cities.
No.
I'm going to move where it is humid. I want to just bring up every single bit of lung phlegm I have.
Me too.
I just want to cough it
Just
and expel it. I want to own
put
it.
some habanero hot sauce in your
If
mouth.
you can hear Michael coughing right now, just every bit of it, I want to just bleh. At least when it's humid, my hair curls.
I get like sympathy coughs. Like someone starts coughing, and then my body goes, "Oh, you got a cough too.
This is
You should
awkward
be-
if you don't cough.
You should be coughing.
Why are you coughing? They're coughing. Dumbass.
Cough with them. Sneeze with them."
I'm going to try to randomly cough throughout the recording just to see what happens.
Oh, I'm going to occasionally because I'm getting over a cold.
So,
I just choke on my own
Yes,
spit.
I know what a weeaboo is. By the way,
I don't. I do not know what a weeaboo is.
what's a
do.
weeaboo, Joe?
a weeaboo is someone who tries to immerse themselves so much into Japanese culture, especially anime-related things, that they pretty much are wannabes. They're like, you ever seen a wigger? This is like the Japanese manga version of
Okay.
a wigger.
Okay. So
Not
somebody
tries, does.
That's like
That's
somebody
that's
that's
the
just
only
like
that's the only thing you need
100%
to switch.
Japanese
So
culture.
It's like when white people dress up like Romulans, pretty much.
Yes.
Just picture the hair.
Yeah, it's a derogatory slang term for a Western person who is obsessed with Japanese culture, especially anime, often regarding it as superior to all other cultures.
Yeah, my daughter Cora is. She doesn't say she's a weeaboo, but she's borderline weeaboo. Yeah,
She's borderline.
yeah.
This is all new to me.
Yeah. So,
Nobody's really tried that hard, I guess, in my life to submerge themselves into the Japanese culture.
It's an interesting culture, but I mean, it's not something I would want
Is the
to in my
boba
face
tea
24
a
hours a day.
thing?
Yeah, my daughter, my kids love boba tea, but I
Really,
don't.
I don't understand it. Is it like sucking up giant tapioca?
It's just big balls of pretty much big balls of tapioca.
Gigantic balls.
It's like marbles you
It's
can
like
eat.
like sucking down marbles. Giant
Put the
tapioca.
marbles in my mouth.
Yeah, you can get rainbow.
Like I don't understand. Like does it
calamari,
taste
all
like
these
those
different
balls, or do the balls taste? Because there's different flavored balls.
Oh,
Right.
it's so
So
salty.
do the balls make the drink taste like watermelon, or do only the balls taste like watermelon? And then you have to chew them to get that flavor, or is it like when you swallow them?
And they
it
give you
just,
those
like,
super
comes-
fat straws that you can suck
because
the
you can
balls through.
suck the balls through them.
That's right.
I have had one boba tea in my life. and
I've
that's
never
it.
had one.
I've had a couple before I quit drinking sugar, and
And I made the joke about maybe we should just spit these at people.
they're okay. I mean, you know what? It's not usually an overwhelming flavor. It's nice and subtle, a little mildly sweet.
I just know that my limit is tapioca pudding.
Yeah, Mom, this tapioca pudding.
I've had some really bad tapioca and pudding before. It was at this place called a Wagon Wheel.
Did it have like the layer of hard gravy on top of it?
It had something,
Like the
but it
skin?
had a bad flavor. I can tell you that right now.
Did it taste like iron?
I don't know. My brother and I were very excited for it, and then simultaneously extremely disappointed.
I had one where it tasted just like rice. It didn't even have any sweet flavor to it at all.
Yeah, there's no pudding flavor to this at all. It's just rice pudding.
Yeah.
I like rice pudding. I have sweet.
As do I.
You know, obviously it has to have fucking flavor to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put a lot of sugar and cinnamon and stuff in it, but different. So what is this that you're bringing up for me? You're
I was
bringing up a
actually gonna
Wikipedia page.
wiki Weeaboo.
Wiki Weeaboo.
Wicca
Yay.
wicca.
Wicca wicca Weeaboo. Weeaboo.
Weeaboo. The term weeaboo came from a comic strip created by Nicholas Gurwitch, in which the term had no meaning other than it was something unpleasant. According to an unpublished thesis, 4chan quickly picked up the word and applied it in an abusive way in place of the already existing Wapanese term. The term Wapanese from white Japanese or possibly wannabe Japanese first emerged in 2002 as a term used to describe a white person who was obsessed with Japanese culture, blah, blah, blah.
I could see a comedian like doing stand up and talking about why is it only white people who seem to immerse themselves in other people's cultures and try to claim them
Because we're not.
That's a good
We have
question.
Japanese doing the same thing.
They've tried to be white.
with their anime. Yeah.
Look at the manga.
Yeah.
It's done that way on purpose. Yeah, even mulattoes, people of color having
Yeah, swirls.
blacks and whites having kids,
Yeah.
and they're afraid that their child is going to have problems because they're not black, they're not white,
Yeah.
they're a mix.
Who am I?
So what they do is they just say, well, just tell everybody that you're either one or the other.
Yeah.
You know, which I think is fucking bullshit, but whatever.
Yeah.
So
I say embrace your diversity. Shit.
yes, I find weeaboos particularly annoying because I mean they just walk around and then they learn most of their Japanese from watching anime.
Yeah.
And then they try to correct you on the correct pronunciation. So if you know, I've got friends that and I've got family.
really?
Yes, I've got friends and family that live in Japan, and they are quite proficient in speaking Japanese. And I'm pretty sure that most of these weeaboo would tell them that they're saying it wrong.
It's not Leviosa. It's Leviosa.
Yeah,
Oh.
like
Yeah, I don't know.
it's not shut up. It's shut the fuck up.
You know, the fun part is I actually don't think I've ever encountered this at all.
You're not
Because you're
a
up in the
part
hills.
of that thing.
Anime culture.
You don't go to conventions and
Yeah.
stuff like that, which is what we should be doing for this. But
I mean,
regardless,
we can.
Ooh,
What do you want me
yeah.
to dress up like?
I want to dress like a fat superhero.
Me too.
With small pants.
I'm going to dress up
and
as
a short shirt so my butt cracks hanging out and I can run around.
I'm going to dress up as Leprosy Man.
Oh, I like it.
God.
I like it.
Jesus has cursed me.
Have my penis in a jar.
The Lord has forsaken
fell-
me.
It fell off.
I was taking a piss and it
And it
just
came off in
fell
my
right
hand.
off
Played it. It
Plague.
went off in my hand. Literally.
twice,
The wrath of God.
Literally.
like and a toe.
I mean, we can if you know that there's those things going on. I'm happy to go. I can dress up as whatever. I don't. care.
There's tons of conventions. I'm talking more along the lines of the other podcasts that we do. We should actually be going out to conventions and talking to
You
people
guys should
and
do that.
And to convents.
in the convents.
What?
I don't know where that comes from.
Nuns. You don't want to hit on some nuns?
No.
Where are you going with this?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll stop while you're ahead.
Like what? What is this a thing? Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Come
I'm sorry.
He's
We've just
trying to
gone
do a play on
We've just gone into the
conventions.
third circle of nerd hell, and I don't understand.
So-
I don't understand.
So yeah,
I was trying to be unconventional.
yeah, I know. Shut up. It hurts.
It hurts.
It really does.
Yellow fever.
Weeaboo Asian Fetish on YouTube.
Mm.
Jesse got into a fight with a nerd Redditor who claimed not to have an Asian fetish.
Oh.
Oh no!
How can you not have an
YouTube
Asian fetish?
drama?
I think
Saying
I
so.
think that the problem with the Weeaboo is that they immerse themselves so much into just one thing that it's kind of like white ghetto women that only date black men.
Or like
You know.
Dungeons and Dragons people.
And now they think that because
Okay, racist.
Okay, yeah, right. So like when you have ghetto white women that only date black dudes, and it's and,
What about
and you can't you'll never see them with a white dude or with any other race, just a black dude.
What about Asian women that only date white guys?
What about white guys that only date Asian women?
Same difference.
But you don't see it as like a thing.
I do.
It is a thing.
Well, I'm pretty sure it is a thing, but I'm saying that you don't see it as a thing.
I'm confused.
You don't see it. Look, I'm from a shitty area, so I see it all the time.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but it's that way across all races.
It's like when you're dating.
I'm not going to date anybody but German dudes.
Okay, what I'm
You
saying
know?
is, okay, especially like ghetto white women when they only date black dudes, they
Yeah, but why does it have to be ghetto white women? Why can't it
think
just
it's
be
actually-
fucking women?
Because when I see people dating other races, they don't fucking start dressing up exactly like that fucking race all
I
the time.
think that you're mistaken from just ghetto white women to fat, ugly, redheaded chicks.
Where they start getting cornrows and they get the accents and the juicy on the butt cheeks and all that shit.
Yeah, I don't think that's just
I have an accent too.
that's
It's way more noticeable.
it's
Well,
I
I
don't
try
know
hard
if
to
that's
hide mine.
specifically just ghetto. I think that's just in general they're trying to the same thing. It's the weeaboo culture, but for white people
It's
going
like-
into black culture.
Only black. That's it.
But the same thing is like when white guys try to be black people.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like
and dressing
the
them.
wiggers. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
least-
enough.
G-Eazy raps very white sounding.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
and I mean it's prevalent, but it seems to me that no one really has a name for those. Well, we have Wigger, but no one has a real name for those other than Weeaboo,
Yeah.
which is just a hilarious name.
It's a funny name.
It's like a bugaboo, but it's a weeaboo.
Yeah, there's also there's waifu.
Sounds like
and-
something that's
Yellow fever.
like a cute little stuffed animal you'd sell to children.
Oh, you got the yellow fever.
What do you want, weeaboo? Weeaboo.
You have this term. A waifu is a term for a fictional character, usually in anime or related media, that someone has great and sometimes romantic affection for.
Oh God,
Oh.
I've had coworkers that are huge into hentai, and they've got like stickers on their
So they
cars
just got a
of,
hard
of
on for 'em.
anime female characters and stuff. And I'm like, okay, dude,
Like Kim Possible
Yes.
it's like
Kim Possible's pretty badass.
or
though.
Marge.
look, a real life version of Kim Possible would be pretty fucking hot.
Or Patty
I
I'm not
actually
gonna
know
lie.
one of them. I know a real life version of a Kim Possible.
What's
She
her
does
name?
occasionally do dress up at Possible.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. All right. Say
She's
more.
a sheriff,
Don't-
so be careful. She's a sheriff. Watch what you say.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Long
Oh
red hair and
no!
everything.
Oh, get scared because someone's
Pale
got a
ass
fucking
skin.
title.
Come arrest me.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh, my arm!
Oh, hold on. I'll put my left shoulder behind my. You can arrest me.
Yeah,
I'm
so
already-
terrible.
Oh, I'll try to show the proper restraint.
Why are your pants tight? I don't know. I don't know.
I do know.
Love that girl.
Why are your pants tight? Because I have a boner.
This is my boner.
We touched on this last week. So we've talked about weeaboos. We're talking about fucking waifus. Not
Wai-
last week. The
waifu-
last podcast was.
Waifu sounds like white foo. Like, look at that waifu.
Well, it's actually waifu. White foo. Like
Yeah.
What food?
Yeah, what's that waifu doing?
waifu doing. Kung fu. How the hell can anybody have a fetish for snuff films?
They do. They like watching it.
Now, this was a big joke back in the 80s and the 70s and
yeah.
the 60s.
They made that the movie called Snuff, right, with George C. Scott, where his daughter goes into hooking or something like that, and he goes looking for her.
I don't know.
Oh, you gotta look that up.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I know, because Joe said it, so I ain't gonna fucking do it. I got it. All right.
No, I don't have to do it. And I'm not going to. I don't give a shit about. We're not looking at fucking movies. We're talking about snuff film
stop
fetishes.
talking about regular movies.
So, the last time I saw something that was a joke about snuff films was on Family Guy.
Oh, it's called Hardcore.
And why did it? I'm stuck on the question.
Okay, I think I can try with this one. Okay, it's just like, say, a pedophile who doesn't go over the line but wants to watch porn in that regard so that they can get their jollies. So, say someone that wants to maybe, delve into murder but doesn't do it because, they don't want to go to prison or whatever, or it's just not, they don't want to go over that line. So instead they watch real shit. That's the only thing I could think of. It's possible. Or it's just a precursor.
I think they just want to watch people die.
Because I've watched that shit before, like not snuff, not actual snuff, but footage of people being killed, and it's so off-putting.
It doesn't do anything for me, but there's so many people out there that have such different interests, and I think there's something in the domination portion of it that really does it for me. I mean, for me, it's a great punchline. I'm not gonna lie, this is a fantastic punchline. I love the snuff film connotation, but actually watching somebody die, I mean, I wouldn't get off on it. It would just be like, oh shit, they're dead. Ugh, well, fancy that.
Yeah, snuff films featuring women often see the female stars raped, humiliated, and tortured before they are killed. They may be killed by a single sexual partner or couple due to their graphic nature and extreme acts of real or depicted violence. Snuff and faux snuff films are considered some of the most extreme forms of porn. Okay, so I understand now.
So, I mean, there's definitely a niche for this, I guess. I mean, because you can fake it, and they still.
Yeah, I know. In the movie
8mm,
when I almost said Joaquin Phoenix, but when Nick Cage's character is searching through the dark underground, and he comes across some snuff films, he finds, it's the same actress in each film. So how can she be getting murdered in each film? So technically, it's fake snuff. So I think they do make fake snuff films as well.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks,
Really?
thanks Google.
Thanks, Google. That's amazing. I often have that same problem. Mike,
That's funny, dude.
have you had that problem
Just
before?
laugh. Just fucking laugh.
Have
man.
you ever had the daddy issue
I am
fettuccine
laughing.
Alfredo?
Shut the fuck up. You don't know what I'm doing.
I see you.
I hate it when I have the daddy issue fettuccine Alfredo.
That's I'm typing in. I'm looking up a fetish called daddy issues, and Google auto, whatever it is, autofill is suggesting that I finish it with fettuccine Alfredo.
Which, I mean, often
should
my
just click
daddy
on that.
issues come with a delicious, rich white Parmesan sauce.
Fetty wrap, Fetty wap.
Fetty Wap.
Fetty Wap. That's a rapper, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It is.
Okay, hold on a second.
You can have the daddy issue Fetty Wap. Yeah, baby.
It's not doing it now.
Where the clothes at, baby?
You know who Fetty Wap is, but you don't know what a goddamn weeaboo is. That makes no sense.
It just means I'm hip. Don't hate because you
Hip to
ain't.
be square.
Don't.
Daddy issue fettuccine Alfredo.
That's where they make the fettuccine Alfredo with shame.
Oh, there is no daddy issue. Okay.
No, it's just fettuccine Alfredo.
You lied to me,
Which
Google.
which is fine. I mean,
So
I
what
think
is it
it's
with
fine
daddy issue? The daddy issue fetish.
I didn't know there was one.
Oh, well, it's not issue, but I mean, daddy issues are the cornerstone of modern patriarchy manifesting. Oh, we have to read this.
Is it going to be toxic masculinity?
Yes. The quickest and easiest way to shut down a woman's sexual interests and kinks, as well as any opinion she might express, is to declare her hysterical and possessing of daddy issues.
The dismissive. That's funny.
As a 20, okay.
I'd say only if she says, yeah, can you put on this smoking jacket, some glasses, and have a pipe, and then I'm going to call you daddy. Then I can see that being daddy issues. Otherwise, why can't a woman be kinky? What's wrong with that?
Right?
Yeah, I mean,
What's up with that? It's kind of like when a woman's upset about something and someone just says, oh, she's just PMSing or she's crazy, right? That's a dismissive thing to say. So they're saying that daddy issues is also just a dismissive thing to say instead of,
Oh, she's got daddy issues.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah, she's a whore because she's got daddy issues.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. So is daddy issues? Are daddy issues a problem?
I think for an individual, it
Depends
can be.
on what the situation is.
I mean, look, if you're a person who can stand on their own 2 feet and take care of yourself, and you're just into older men, I mean, what's the fucking problem?
They say everything is daddy issues, trust issues.
Look,
issues, older men, younger men, everything is a fucking daddy
practically
issue.
everything stems from childhood anyway, one way or another. So
They all say it's daddy issues. It doesn't matter what it is.
Well, let's go to the extreme on this and go to the front page of the internet. I don't know what else to say, really. Having a daddy issue is sick and disturbing. This is my opinion, and it feels fucking disgusting and gross. I don't know why people have the need to call their partner daddy. I understand submissive fetish, however, calling somebody daddy is just wrong.
I kind of agree a little bit.
I think it's weird.
I don't want someone calling me daddy in the bedroom. Call me something else, but do not call me daddy. That's just fucking creepy. I got kids. It just doesn't sound right.
You're not into it.
But
so.
but that for particular fetish.
Yeah. Like, I don't have a problem if anybody.
Hey, if you want to get pissed on, hey, find a willing person.
Exactly.
It's not the BDSM. It's the God, what do they call it? It's almost like the big and the little type thing.
Bear, cub.
No, kind of, but not gay. And it's very similar to that, where the woman is a submissive, but she acts like a little kid.
Right. Baby
God,
issues or whatever.
That's
baby fantasy.
I think that's even creepier than the daddy thing.
I don't.
Well, they just
it
spend
is
the
what it
day
is.
coloring and wearing their knee-high socks,
Yeah.
and then they submit when daddy gets home.
Right.
That's a really big theme. So I know that's a portion of that. I also know there's a lot of
Faux cest
instances
is
where
really
it's
what
like,
it comes down to, is fake incest.
not even that. It's this is a different type of relationship. But I mean, I know there's even situations where like prostitutes with pimps, I'm gonna call them daddy, anything like that. Anybody who's providing, anybody who is, dominant to you.
Yeah, I mean, like a father
they'll
figure.
refer to them as that.
Right. You have people that do, go nuts and buy adult-sized onesies in a crib. It's
That's
not,
a little bit different.
you know.
Different. And it's a lot of dudes that do that, by the way. A lot of dudes want to have their diapers changed.
Yeah, that's weird. Not me.
See, I mean, look,
Because it's going to happen sooner than later.
I mean, look, if that,
I don't feel like fucking going through that shit. No pun intended.
Look,
I don't feel like going through that until,
if they're a normal,
It's a need.
functioning member of society, who gives a shit if that's what they want to do behind closed doors every once in a while? I mean,
not my bag.
Yeah.
just like with
That's
like
them.
that statement right there is the perfect one that Mike's highlighting right there.
Yeah,
Mind your own
it's
business. It's two different adults.
But I'm asking in terms of, is it as big of a deal as everyone makes it out to be? Like, people that you work with, okay? Let's just go with coworkers and stuff like that. Oh, she's got daddy issues because, she's hanging out. In particular, like, I have gray hair and whatever else. So females seem like younger females are fucking attracted to that. And I'm not saying to me. I'm saying to guys with gray hair and beards or whatever. Younger females are attracted to that.
I have an idea. I have an idea on that.
Because go
I know
ahead.
where he's going.
The idea is, okay, when a girl is going through puberty at a specific age, the boys that are their age are way too immature. So their first sexual attractions are usually to older men because they're more mature. So maybe that can also like stimulate something in their brain at that time period, so that when they do get older, some of them might still have that attraction towards it.
It's possible. I wouldn't doubt it.
I also look at it as men that are older or possibly more mature have a better potential of providing.
Safety net, yeah.
Making money.
Safety, yeah.
Making money.
But the other
Making money, or you can go all the way back to the hunting gathering situation. Like this guy's older, he's been around the block, he's got a lot more hunting seasons under his belt.
well,
He's got a better TP.
let's think about it this way. How about people in the 50s when they used to get married at an older? Not all of them got married at 18 out of school, but some of them when they were 18 married an older gentleman because he was already established, had money, blah blah blah, worked 40 hours a week, had a house. So he was in his 30s or 40s. He has a kid. By the time he's 60, I can name quite a few people. In fact, one of my really really good close friends, his father was when I was 15, he was in his 50s, late 50s, 60s.
Yeah. Look, I think that this is just another issue that people have moved on from because
At least that's what it felt
because
like.
of what's considered taboo, right? Where, like, say, you can go as recent as 20 years ago. If you had a coworker in some places that was homosexual, but they never said they were, but everyone knew they were, and if it was ever confirmed, some people were like, "Oh my god, oh," they make a big fucking deal out of it, even though it's not.
Yeah.
But they still do because it's so.
It's that stupid dog and pony show that they have to put on.
Yeah, and so I think that now that most people are accepting of homosexuality and just it's just a regular thing.
You know what? I don't think more people are accepting of it. I think it's just that people have always been that way. It's always been like this. It's just that the people that are more outspoken against it have a bigger voice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it could be.
Maybe.
Because I mean, it's all over the media. Fucking, the senators. I mean, look what they have going on in Georgia right now.
Yeah.
And a couple of other places where it's just like, we don't like the gays. We don't like when women like to make choices.
We want separate watering fountains.
Yeah. It's
I
like,
mean, it always was. It was always separate, and it was always taboo, and it was always no thank you. And I think there's still those people clinging on to that.
yeah, and that's I have a problem with that because people tend to cling on to these fucking dumb ideas of what is and what should be right.
Yeah.
Like I don't, and we're not politics or anything else like that, but what is and what should be. Let people live their life. Stay the fuck out of their lives.
Yeah.
If they want to be monogamous, if they want to have, their polygamy or multiple fucking wives and this and that and the other thing and live in Utah or wherever, who cares? Are they affecting your life? Just like the Weeaboo thing. Unless they are straight up affecting your life,
Yeah.
leave them alone.
Yeah.
You know my personal opinion on that.
Yeah.
And that is why I'm a liberal. Is I don't give a fuck.
Well, you're not a liberal. You're the other word.
Independent thinker.
Libertarian.
Progressive.
Libertarian.
You're progressive.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. I've had a
You're-
little bit of wine tonight. I'm a libertarian,
Libertarian.
not a liberal. It's really whatever you want to fucking do,
Shunned.
as long as it's not affecting me.
A person
don't care.
A person who believes in the doctrine of free will.
Yeah.
That's me. And her.
Like Satanists.
Yes.
Yes, actually, Satanism has a lot of great points.
It's not just the Satanism isn't about worshiping Satan.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny.
I know. I've listened to some podcasts where Satanists come on. They talk about. I think
There's a fucking great documentary about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
fantastic.
it's just funny because like if you've ever seen a movie called not Bewitched. Oh my God.
Dun, dun, dun,
Spellbinder.
dun, dun,
It's a
dun, dun.
shitty horror movie from like 1988 called Spellbinder.
Yes, I've seen it.
And
Of course I have.
Yeah. God.
Is that the one with
I can't remember the actors in it. But
anyways.
the whole time the guy is trying to get this girl out of this Satanist cult, right? And at
Right.
the end of the movie, the twist is she was luring him in the whole time so that they could use him as a sacrifice at the end of the movie. And so they
Yeah,
pull his fucking
that's
heart
it.
out of his chest while he's still alive.
Timothy Daly.
There we go.
Tracy Torme wrote the screenplay.
Kelly Preston. Okay, yep, she was hot. Still is. So
They made $600,000 at the box office.
I was one of those assholes who
Ooh.
paid for it too.
A big, big spender movie.
That $6 at the end there, that was me and my friend.
That was Joe. You're welcome,
You're
Spellbinder.
welcome.
You're welcome, Janet Greek.
You are now relevant. So what I'm saying is, what if they're just doing this? Hey guy, relax, we're fine. It's just we don't believe in the sacrifice and anything. Then they get everybody pulled in. I was
I'm
like,
like,
okay,
now we're
now
gonna
we start the
sacrifice.
sacrifice.
So, for those of you at home, Michael is currently writing a review on the movie Spellbinder, saying you see that $6 at the end of the box office total? That's from me. And it's from Cinescape Magazine. You are welcome, Janet Greek. Fantastic.
That's my review.
So, if you actually read through the tenets of Satanism, which, like you said, which I've done, if you actually read through the tenets of Satanism, they're pretty much in line with what you would think normal thinking should be, like all the way down
Rick
the line.
Rossovich.
It's nothing. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing like thou shalt sacrifice babies or anything like that. It's like, do what you basically like witchcraft. Do what you want as long as it doesn't harm anybody
Yeah.
else. It's okay to have lustful thoughts.
To
as
be
long as you're not
worldly,
harming
it's okay
anybody
to be
else.
worldly.
Yeah.
As
Even
long
as
as you
far
control
as
yourself, right?
sexuality, don't put advances on those who are not willing. Anything of that nature it kind of falls in with the Church of Satanism.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that if they want to be taken more seriously by people, they should just, hey, we're the free willers or something like that.
Not the Satan.
Yeah, not the Satanists, because that's
And we're not the Satan people.
yeah. Because I'm sorry, it's like
We're different from Satanists.
hey,
we
totally
believe the
different
same
than the
thing.
Satanists.
we took the swastika and we turned it into a nice symbol. It
We
means
turned it
means,
into a
yeah.
cross.
It means
We're the,
love and
We're the
responsibility.
church formerly known as Satanists.
We turned it into a square.
We are the artists.
We now
yeah.
have a symbol for our name. Totally different.
Yes.
Totally different.
We're
I
we're a
don't-
congregation, no longer a gathering.
Yes.
All of this kind of actually rolls right back into every single one of the fucking subjects
Yeah, it does.
you brought up tonight.
I still think snuff films are the weirdest one for the fetish in terms of like, how do you get off on that?
Some
How does
people-
anybody do
You know
it?
what? I don't want to judge. I assume there are reasons. I just don't.
Okay, let me ask your personal opinion about this then. There are video games out there where the main purpose of the video game is to stalk women, like in subways
I
and other
don't,
places.
I don't play those.
And
video
then
games.
I'm just saying, let me.
Are we talking
So-
about Grand Theft Auto?
No, it's a
Where you
specific
beat
game
bitches and
where
fucking
you
throw 'em
stalk
away?
women and then you grab them in subways or wherever else and you rape them. And part of the game is just the experience of doing that.
I think that's
Again,
Grand
I don't
Theft
play
Auto.
those games.
Yeah, and you don't play them, and that's great.
I don't understand people
They're
that do
there.
play
But
those
do you
games.
not
They're
think
there.
that the fact that there's someone that
That-
actually enjoys doing that?
That program that in.
Is there some? See, that's the tough part because we don't have problems playing video games where we're murdering people all the time.
Right, but there's
So-
a disc. Okay, it's like the Looney Tunes thing, specifically because I have that on right now. But and Dungeons and Dragons, there was for a time people going, music is bad for you. It's the devil's music, rock and roll. It's teaching kids to do drugs. and-
Foosball's the devil.
Yeah, foosball's the devil. Looney Tunes. We can't show Looney Tunes anymore because kids might get it in their head to, play
Buy
with
a bunch of
firecrackers.
Acme Dynamite.
Yeah,
Beavis and Butthead are arsonists.
yeah,
right?
whacking it in the shed. blowing up toads,
Whacking it.
Ooh, in my tool shed.
whacking it.
Why are y'all whacking it in my tool shed? Oh,
Still good. Still good.
God damn it!
Bubba.
God damn it, Bobby.
Yeah, they can't show them smoking in cartoons because it's impressionable on kids. But that argument has gone through the ages, all the same things.
Yeah.
Don't do this because of the kids. Don't do that because of the kids. Don't do this because of the kids.
No.
So when it comes right down to it, that's why we get a lot of this nonsense of censorship and
Yeah,
whatever
you know,
else.
and it's just
Unnecessary.
It's I guess you can call it culture or upbringing. I mean, look, this is the hard part when you try to fight against people that think this way still, is that how do you really argue with someone this has been ingrained into them over and over again every single day for decades?
Well, here's the
What do you
thing:
mean?
is
We're like, say, religious people, how they
Oh,
think.
okay.
you know,
I understand.
yeah.
Okay.
for me, I mean, if you look at it, snuff films have been around for an immense amount of time.
Right.
This is not a new thing.
And
This is not like, oh, hey, we've got a lot of killing video games. Let's do a fucking stuff porn. That's not it. It's been around for a really long time. Obviously, long enough to have a feature film featuring Nicolas Cage in it.
Right.
We're talking about a damn long time at this point.
And I actually think it's a decent movie.
It's not a bad movie.
especially after what he did with fucking Batman and Robin. Joel Schumacher, the director.
Schumacher.
Schumacher.
So, I mean, snuff films in themselves, I mean, there's got to be some sort of something to it. I mean, people like
Well, it
the
has to be
rape
like
thing, they like the force thing, they like the violence, the domination, the whatever it is, it speaks to them.
I'll go to the extreme on this. It's like the Wayne and Garth discussion about Bugs Bunny when he dressed up as a girl. Did you find her
Did you
attractive?
find him attractive when he dressed up like a female bunny?
No.
I dare anyone to say no.
No.
Everybody did. You're like 8 years old and you're like, hey, it got boobies.
Why don't you come and see me sometime?
I mean,
Boobies.
if you're hitting it right, you can slit my throat too.
Yeah. But
Meh.
I think what it comes down to is going back to the video games or the snuff films is the disconnect. When we were growing up, that was what our parents said, obviously, don't do that. That's stupid. This is for entertainment. Obvious, if you have fucking dynamite and you're running around,
Yeah.
you're going to blow your ass up. don't do that.
Yeah, don't be stupid.
Yeah,
Stupid.
don't fall off a cliff. I mean, don't chase a bird off a
If
cliff.
your friends jump off a bridge,
Yeah.
don't follow.
So, and I think that when it comes to snuff films or anything else like that, because I can see fucking Wile E. Coyote right out of the corner right there. With snuff films or any of these stupid things that are considered fetishes, it's that disconnect. Especially, I keep saying that, when we are growing up and our parents are saying, or hopefully, they're saying, hey, entertainment, reality, understand the difference. Because what's going on there has nothing to do with what's going on here in the now.
And unfortunately, I still don't care about the death of coyotes.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. I've got one that runs through my yard that's the size
Sad.
of a fucking raccoon
It's a sad thing.
with an orange head. It's got an orange head and a raccoon body.
My youngest
weird.
wants a raccoon
is.
as a pet. He asked me.
Huh?
My youngest wants a raccoon
No.
as a pet.
They can be
No.
assholes.
My
man.
cousins have had him before.
Grandma Sue had them.
Yeah.
No.
No.
They are
I said they get vicious.
fucking nightmares. They don't get vicious. They will get into everything. If you get them as babies and stuff like that, they're still animals, just like dogs and anything else. You can domesticate them to a point, but
Just don't spank them.
they will get into everything because they got those fucking opposable thumbs.
God damn
they will
opposable
literally. I would love it to see a fucking raccoon learn how to play Diablo or something like that. It's just playing it.
That's no new Geico commercial.
So
What are
now
you
I'm
doing?
going to get a baby
Bam,
raccoon
fucking
and
Diablo.
Saving 15% or more.
have Michael teach you how to play Diablo.
Or Doom, or play at least play fucking Nintendo.
Can we tape it to our Roomba?
Oh God, yeah. Our screaming Roomba. So it just bumps into something and
Oh, fuck me!
Put a raccoon tail on a Roomba.
So horrible.
why is it doing this? My life sucks.
My aunt kept one for my cousin, and it was inside outside for a long time, and then it just really got so incredibly fat
Yeah.
that it couldn't live in the
My
house
God, you've
anymore.
gotten fat.
And then they moved and they put it up in the garage, and it had its own whole floor, and you could go into the barn, and between the rafters they had like a giant like king size mattress, and you could see where it would lay on, and it would sink in between the rafters. Of the thing, like it would just sink down.
Just a gigantically
And like you couldn't
fat.
do much except for go up and like feed it at that point because by then it was just so sick of everyone's shit it would just hiss at you. And it was like done with life. Moral of the story: raccoons get real fat. And yeah, it was a Jabba the Hutt. He's looking up Jabba the Hutt right now. Yes, that's exactly what it was like.
Wonga.
It was so bad.
You know the commercial's gonna play, right?
Yeah.
And his name was Alvin too.
Of course, no commercial plays, right?
On a 7-second clip.
Play.
That was Alvin. He lived so long too. It was
That's
so funny.
that's that's
I'd be like, I want to go see Alvin, and she'd be like, No.
you go up there and you just like
He just hisses
fucking
at
doing
you.
the Jabba thing.
Did you bring me food? No.
That's
I know.
salacious crumb.
I know. I love that laugh. It's a great laugh.
You just go up there.
I'm just all stuck on Jabba. If I did get a raccoon, I would name him Jabba because I know he would get fat. It's just like a given. Jabba the Hutt calls American
I'm not going to
Express.
play that one.
What?
I
Why would you not?
We are not fucking YouTube searching.
We're not
Go to
doing
Yeah,
this
podcast.
right.
we're those people right now. Oh
Hi,
God.
my name is Alan, and I have the pleasure of speaking with you today. I'm so sorry.
That's the raccoon.
May I please have your card number, please?
Thinking.
I'm so sorry. Do you have an account number? I'm so sorry. I actually don't have to speak Klingon. I apologize.
I don't speak Klingon. Is that what
Close.
you said?
Thank you. Well, if you don't have any account with American Express, I'm going to have to disconnect this call. Thank you.
It's that last laugh.
Good evening, American Express. How can I help today? I'm sorry. I beg your pardon, sir.
All right. That's actually all of that is actual dialogue from like a Swahili tribe.
Is it?
Yeah, mixed in with a couple of other dialects. It's real dialect.
And they just like morphed it in Jabba the Hutt?
Yeah, and what they did was there was some guy that was like a language expert, and he said this would be perfect for whatever language he's speaking. And then here, here's all the dialogue, and he came up with all the dialogue in relation to the script, because in the script obviously they just write in English, but this translator, because what they would do is every alien has its own distinct
Right. Except
whatever.
for the guy that sells stuff on...
Even he does. Toydarians have their own distinct language. Every alien has their own distinct language.
No.
Mind tricks don't work on me. Only money.
That's Armenian.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I saw that movie and I was like, that when I saw that particular one, I looked at
He was
that
wearing
guy
a
and I was like,
fucking-
he's an Armenian. Oh my God, he's Armenian.
Wearing a
Jesus
Italian
Christ.
hat.
They haven't made an Armenian alien.
Fucking Triumph the Insult comic dog.
Yeah. But that's what they did with him, and then obviously they amplified it, but that's an actual language or a couple
My favorite
languages
thing
mixed
is
together.
the little animal laughing.
Salacious crumb.
Yeah, that's what's cool about when you watch the new Mandalorian trailer, when it shows one of them on a spit.
I mean that.
Oh, he has his own title?
Your anger with Solo must be equally. I seek an audience with your greatness to bargain for Solo's life.
What?
Playing the wrong message.
They're just like,
Solo fortunate
it's basically I'm Salacious Crumb.
That's probably a better one.
That's my new Twitter handle. Salacious Crumb.
It's just,
It's
just brilliant.
Great fucking Muppets, man. Jim Henson stuff, man.
it's just the way that he looks, and then he starts
And
laughing.
he's like, Twitter handle, #Salacious Crumb. That's what I'm all about.
That's what I am. I am so good with that.
All right, what are we up to?
I don't know. Somebody commented on our Gary Glitter podcast that 23 isn't a kid. And if that's the only thing that they got out of that entire podcast about Gary Glitter being a piece of shit fucking kid toucher, then I think they missed the whole point of the podcast.
Fuck him. He's probably a pedophile himself.
I was gonna go and give him a thumbs up, but I decided, I like trolling our comments. Like if somebody comes and comments, like somebody did that previous. What do they write?
I would totally troll it.
Joe's fat.
Any comment.
They said something along the lines of the two people that are talking are fucking morons, and I went and gave them a thumbs up
Absolutely.
Thank you, Veta.
because
That's true.
we're dummy, but we're talking about compelled. We did a podcast called Compelled, which is about piece of shit human beings, mostly celebrity pedophiles.
Mm-hmm.
So we did Gary Glitter, we did
Jimmy Savile.
Jimmy Savile,
We did Weinstein and
the
lot of people.
Brian Singer and a couple of others.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's one guy that we did, and the response was, they're trying to be funny with, or they're forcing laughter or whatever they're fucking doing. And it's just like, really?
I don't remember ever trying to really be funny while we were doing Compelled.
Yeah.
That's why we stopped doing it, is because it just felt too just too dark and just ugh.
Yeah, got old.
Yeah, it's like, here's another piece of shit.
Sounds fun to me.
The
Oh.
guys doing the talking sound as stupid as Shorty is. That's because Ralph Shorty, the senator from Oklahoma, who transported a child across state lines and went into a hotel with him and had sex with him. The guy was like
Awesome.
16 years old.
Good.
Their attempt at being funny is a miserable failure.
So
I don't think we were
totally
really trying to be
pedophiles.
funny on a fucking pedophile podcast, but
You know what I'm
Okay.
thinking right now with the whole pedophile thing? Humor.
yeah, you know what I'm thinking? We should
Yeah, there's this one. Six.
We
Son
should
of a
do
bitch.
fucking stand-up comedy. Well, ugh. So
All right. What do we got?
do we got
What's
now?
next on
That's
the
it.
docket?
Snuff films,
Should I do my shitty wine?
Weeaboos. Oh yeah, we got to do your drink of the day. We got to
The
do your
pour
wine
decisions?
club. Yes,
Yes,
pour decisions.
yes.
So
Pour
one of
it
the
on.
wines that I reviewed. So I'm having a hard time with this. So I really think,
That's what she said.
just as a suggestion to Grocery Outlet, if you're listening, which you're probably not, and of course you don't fucking sponsor any of this. So if you could just put your wines out via price, like just like start at $3.99 and then go up along the wall, instead of having to make me search.
Isn't there like
along.
the bottom to the top rule?
No,
Not
no.
a grocery outlet?
No, not a grocery outlet. They're kind of all over the board. So I just kind of
They
have
just
to like
kinda
quickly
shove 'em
like
where they shove
scan
'em.
and search the tickets.
Start
like
at the bottom, now
little
we here.
signs to see what the prices are. So I'm still sticking to the $3.99s, and I'm really wishing I could go up to the $4.99 at some point, someday.
Just, you know what? Why don't you make that attempt?
You know what? I made a commitment.
Step your game up.
I made a commitment to go to the cheapest. So I will do that until I run out of options. And that's pretty much where I'm at. So
I don't think you're ever going to run out of the options on that one.
Well, I don't know.
At grocery
inflation.
outlet, you may.
So here's the thing: is when I see a lot of $3.99 wines, they're always Chardonnays, and I don't like them, as we've made very clear. And 9 times out of 10, they're not fucking good, anyways. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do $3.99, but not Chardonnays. Like that's how I did. It's like I'm just not gonna get a Chardonnay. But it's hot as fuck up here these days. I mean, it's not really hot as fuck, but it's hot as fuck for us, going from like
Getting hotter.
59 degrees to 90 degrees. Like it's warm. So I kind of had that in mind too. So what I did find was I found a couple of different wines, and one of these that I'll review tonight is a Sauvignon Blanc. So it's called Perles, Perles,
I think it's just pearls, but
de Sauvignon Blanc. And the bottle itself is very pretty, as even Mike said. And it has on the bottle, like kind of formed into the glass
it's
itself.
got a pearl necklace.
It has its own pearl necklace, just so you know. That's a part of this. And you can't open it with a wine opener. You have to take off like the plastic shit.
So
and
that's
you
at
actually
least
have to like
$2.99 right there.
jimmy
for
it
just
right
the
there.
necklace.
Just for the pearl necklace.
Yeah.
in
It's
It's
itself.
$2.99 for the fucking plastic cork.
So it cost me $3.99 on wine.com. It's $15.99, and I do see one on Instacart for $22.99. So I can
God
see how this
damn.
might be a little bit more expensive. So here's my take. So I open up the bottle, and without any room for breathing or anything, Mike picks it up and takes a giant swig out of the bottle itself and says, "Not too bad," and then sits it back down and then like walks away. So I now
only
have
took
to
a sip.
judge this wine as to what it is. So when I first took a drink, it seemed very tart, but I just had a margarita and something else. So I was probably clouded in my judgment. So I tried to give it some time, re-drink it. I drank it again. Noticed it was kind of like a kind of still a little bit tart, but a little bit of metallic finish. And then on the third one, it was pretty much clean, as if there was like nothing there, and then still metallic finish. So I'm still getting a metallic finish from this, and I don't
is
know
that
why.
being a wine connoisseur?
Kind of a sorrow.
Is a metallic finish a good thing or a bad thing?
Not usually a good thing.
Okay,
I don't have any aftertaste.
maybe it's
with that.
radioactive.
I mean, if it's got a metallic
Did it come from-
aftertaste, it's
Yeah.
fucking
Did it come
lead
from
Just like
shading.
rusty
Did
pennies.
it come from Ukraine?
It's actually full of rusty pennies.
Did it come from 3 Mile
It
Island?
is
Yeah.
it is
penny
the
wine?
wishing well of Sauvignon Blancs.
Is it an ass penny wine?
Is it stored at
Is it-
Rancho Seco?
I'm spending my ass pennies for years. Still one of my favorite skits of all time. I see lots of things that say it's golden color. It's got a citrus and methanol aromas.
Citrus and methanol?
I don't see how
Citrus
those
and meth?
go together, but okay. Taste is nicely rounded.
The orange
Um,
tweaker.
So here's the thing. It's got a fairly clean finish on it. Maybe a little bit of a metallic aftertaste. In my opinion, everyone tastes wine differently.
Why would it have a metallic aftertaste?
I
you think?
don't know.
Do you think it's like
Did
what
somebody actually say citrus and methanol?
Yes. I just read that.
I don't know. The 3 major citrus volatiles are methanol, ethanol, and
acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde.
That's a what?
it's acetate. It's acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde.
It starts with an A and ends with an E.
Acetaldehyde.
There you go. Acetaldehyde.
Asshole taldehyde.
Ace told you to hide.
Yeah.
God damn that pet detective.
Mind if I ask you a question?
Citrus fruits usually produce more methanol and formaldehyde. Huh. I didn't know that.
So you really are getting pickled.
Yeah. I mean,
and it really could be because it was just really me on the aftertaste. It could just be me. Again, everyone tastes wine differently, but for me personally, I had a very metallic aftertaste. It was very clean. Really no distinctive flavors. Almost like drinking kind of like booze water.
Yeah.
And then metallic. That's just me.
I wonder if it's the storage containers that they have it in or something.
well, it's glass. Usually glass is better.
No, I mean before it made it to the actual bottle.
Like
Their bins or their
like a tin
plastic.
can.
Yeah.
Giant.
Like a,
giant pears and light syrup containers that they fermented it in from Costco.
50-year-old beet cans.
no, discarded gas tanks from when they had to redo all the gas tanks around Sacramento. Everyone got rid of their metal ones.
When you're
this
when you're
tastes
when you're stocking
good.
up for your
Yeah, didn't they replace them all with
your
fucking
doomsday
plastic?
prep?
Yeah, because
Because plastic melts easier.
when you're stocking up for your doomsday prep and you have some extra cans from your peaches.
Do you see how
You
many
just put your Sauvignon Blanc in it. It's
gas
delicious.
stations went out of business because of that shit? Because it costs over $100,000 to replace your gas tank.
Well,
And-
they know that. It's part of the whole deal with opening a gas station is that
Well, I
every
know,
couple
it
of
was-
years
it
you
was-
have to get it replaced.
Yeah, it was. People went the cheap route. They'd say, "Oh, cheaper to do metal than
Right. But they still have to replace them every couple of years.
I don't think it's every couple of years. It's a huge fucking hole they have to do.
Dude, they just did it on 2 of the gas stations here in Auburn, and then they did it like 5 years ago on those gas stations. It's like every 5 to 8 years or some shit like that.
Fuck that, dude. That's extremely expensive.
Yeah, well, that's the price. And I think the individual gas stations actually have to pay for it.
Well,
But I don't know about that.
So it's almost like you took a good Sauvignon Blanc and ran it through a Zippo lighter.
Oh, yeah, okay. See, I only took a little bit of a sip. I didn't take a huge swig.
Which,
I'm glad I
again,
did.
I judge these things,
Yes.
but I will still drink that. I'm not going to act proud.
And then leave it in our refrigerator.
And leave it in your refrigerator, which it is right now,
Okay.
by the way. That's also happening.
All right.
So
What is
do
our...
we got here besides
so
my
do you
shitty wine?
recommend it?
I would not
It sounds like she
recommend.
says no.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no on that. I'm going to say you can get better wine for maybe I'm going to say for $1 more, but that remains to be seen.
So you definitely shouldn't pay $23.99 for it.
No. If you see that for $23, just walk away slowly.
Or just look up,
But for $3.99, you could totally get drunk on that.
or just look at another brand right next to it.
That too. All right. What's our drink of the day?
What is our drink of the day, Joe?
It is the Creamin Demon. That sounds dirty.
That's me at the height of excitement.
It is so smooth and seductive.
That is not me.
It makes even the best angles naughty.
Angles?
Mischievous.
It does say angles.
It does
doesn't
say fucking angles, man.
wish you-
I'm
that's a
burgundy,
fine
bro.
type.
I didn't write that, so I copied and pasted it.
Okay. You ready? Here we go again.
Are you going to read the whole goddamn thing? Just
It
say
makes
it.
the best angels naughty and mischievous. Equal parts Demon Rum.
Where's the
Your
Demon
favorite Horchata.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Somebody has a favorite horchata?
I don't know.
Isn't it just fucking milk or rice milk and cinnamon?
Your favorite horchata?
I didn't write this.
Rumchata. Served in a slammable shot glass.
Oh, you know what? I forgot.
One is never enough. Horchata. Horchata's good for about 2 drinks, and then I'm fucking done with it.
It's cinnamon, rice, and almond mixture with
Yeah.
evaporated milk.
Always right when you. That's why you never get a big glass of horchata because
Add sugar, vanilla, and milk. So what you do is you blend cinnamon, rice, and almond mixture with evaporated milk until a smooth mix is formed and the grains of rice are completely ground. Strain resulting liquid into a pitcher. Add sugar, vanilla, and milk. Mix well. Everything is combined. Add a liter of water and serve. Add a large farva and serve.
goddamn burger punks.
So
All right, so there's your
Yeah.
Creamin Demon. Does that sound interesting to you at all?
Once you said horchata, I was out.
Okay.
I can't blame you.
What's the it's called oh, it's not an office thing. It's like Workaholics, where they had a contest saying they were trying to win a prize and they had to dunk somebody in a pool of horchata.
Ugh.
It's a TV show. It's amazing.
What is the three guys that with the jokesters? The three jokester guys.
Are you talking about Impractical Jokers?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
it's 4 dudes, but yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. 4 life.
It may have been Impractical Jokers.
I'm gonna look it up.
So.
It was called Workaholics, and essentially the show was they were trying to win tickets to something, and somebody had to like be down the longest in a doughboy pool full of horchata. And so they're like, oh yeah, we could totally do this. And the guy like that they dunk in, he comes back up, he's like, oh my god, you guys, this is really horrible idea. And they just like shove him back down.
Get me the fuck out of
So bad. It was awful.
It's probably all the horchata from the town. They just want to get rid of it. Let's fill the fucking pool with it.
and it's warm.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh god.
and there's mosquitoes.
Ugh.
Mosquitoes in your horchata.
Fucking flies. Just buzzing around.
It's the horchata tank.
Now there's a new plague.
That's what they call it. The horchata tank.
Yeah, the horchata
It
plague.
was so
Fuck
awful.
that.
All right, so are we good?
Yeah, I think
All
we're
right,
good.
we're
I
good.
think
I think
good.
we're gonna fucking go out on the horchata tank.
Okay, all right, ready?
No.
Horchata out.
Tasty.